All right, this one's really quick, I promise. So we're continuing on with our similar polygons, but now we know this symbol here tells us that this triangle is similar to this one. So we don't have to worry about checking all the angles on the sides, but we're trying to find one of the missing sides. So to do that, it's fairly straightforward. You just set up a proportion, which is what we learned how to do in the last lesson. So you do have to make sure you get the corresponding parts in the same place. So if we take the 8 from this triangle and make a ratio with the 6 in this triangle, because those two sides are corresponding, and then we make that equal to a ratio made up of the other two sides. So the 12 corresponds with this x. Since we put the 8 on top of this ratio, we're going to put the 12 on top of this ratio. The 6 went on the bottom of this ratio, so the x is going to go on the bottom of this ratio. And then we just solve that proportion. And we cross multiply. 8 times x is 8x. 6 times 12 is 72. And then we solve, divide by 8, both sides, and you get x equals 9. And if we knew these two shapes were similar, we got our similarity statement here. For missing some angles, we can just look at the corresponding parts. So angle A, which is 60 degrees, corresponds to angle E. So angle E is going to be 60 degrees. And angle C, you can see in the similarity statement, is in the same place as the G. So the angle C is 30 degrees. So angle G is going to be 30 degrees. And that's pretty much it for that. So we've got our dad joke of the day. Teacher walks into a restaurant with a duck on his head, and the hostess asks, "Where'd you get that?" And the duck says, "At school. They got a bunch of them there." Hey, it's a dad joke. They're not supposed to be really funny. So, all right. Now you got to go back, and there's a couple more problems to complete on the similar polygons work, and have a good spring break.